Welcome to this week's session with Putnam County District Library and the Guiding Ohio Online Grant. Again, I'd like to mention that this project was supported in whole or in part by the Federal Institute of Museum and Library Services funds granted through the State Library of Ohio. The opinions expressed herein do not necessarily reflect the position or policy of IMLS or the State Library of Ohio, and no official endorsement by either agency should be inferred. So we are going to take a look this week at AI, and we'll just simply start off with explaining that AI is a simulation of human intelligence. So it is done by a machine, particularly using computer systems. It enables computers to learn, reason, and solve problems that often interact or mimic a human. AI is used in various applications, including language processing, image recognition, decision making, and it builds upon this. And it depends upon when you are using AI, often you will see a thumbs up, thumbs down image, and it is depending upon that. It's for the thumbs up saying it's correct, or thumbs down if the information is not accurate in what you are needing. First part that we are going to look at then here is we're going to go to how AI works. And AI systems work by processing this large amount of data, and it's using the algorithms to identify patterns and make predictions. It's also often referred to as it's training. It's allowing AI to learn and adapt and change. So there are four basic techniques included. The first being machine learning, algorithms that enable systems to learn from data within explicit programming is what machine learning does. Deep learning, however, is a subset of machine learning. So it uses the neural networks within multiple layers to analyze complex data patterns. So deep learning is looking further into what you find and see with machine learning. You have natural language processing, which is often referred to as NLP, and that enables computers to understand and process human language. Thus, the word language is found in terms of how AI works. And then, of course, you have robotics. Robotics is probably what a lot of people first think about, is because that is when you are seeing the actual use of AI in a physical system. So you see the robotic that is maybe in a grocery store that's going around the store. You see it with the little so many of the tools and gadgets, that the toys that you see with children and students. And then the second part of this that we're going to look at this week is how to use AI. So you personally, how are you going to use AI and integrate it into your life and the specific applications that you might want to use AI for? So the first one being as a personal assistant. So AI can be an assistant. For example, like Siri or Alexa. It can answer questions, set reminders. It can control things in your home. So it can turn on the lights. It can turn up or down the temperature in your home. Those are the personal assistants. The image and speech recognition. AI enables devices to recognize your face, objects, and spoken words. It's often used in security systems. Many people will find this at their place of work with the security systems. It also will recognize the voice, or if you think about it with your phone, that facial recognition that you might have turned on your phone to unlock it. Can be used for fraud detection. So it can analyze, and you'll see more and more with banking and credit cards, using this to identify suspicious patterns and fraudulent activity. So for example, when you get a message saying that there's been a charge that's come across your card or your bank, especially if it's maybe something that's from out of the country. That's when you're going to see that fraud detection. Personalized recommendations. So AI algorithms analyze your user preferences to suggest products, movies, or movies, for example. That's why when you are using anything with any type of Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, those things where maybe you have wanted to purchase a sauna, for example, and then all of a sudden you're getting all of these different vendors that show up because you've searched for that information and it knows that. Healthcare, AI assist in diagnosing drugs, discovery, personal treatment plans, more and more. You go to the doctor, many times they are using an AI, and in terms of the what you are speaking and saying and the discussion you are having, and it's building upon that. And then last but not least is automation. So various it automates various tasks that are used in industry that are repetitive and over, so that maybe a physical individual person isn't standing there and it's just one person monitoring the whole system. So that is what we were going to take a look at, just specifically those two items this week, is how to use AI, how you or I might use AI, and then just explaining a little bit. I'm going to go back one screen here of how AI works. So all of these machine learning, deep learning, the natural language processing, robotics, those all integrated in with how you use them. So next week, we're going to go into a little bit more detail of AI and what you might find and be able to use when it comes to AI. Again, I'm going to bring back to the screen of how this project is supported in whole or part with the Museum and Library Services, as well as the State Library of Ohio. Hope everyone has a fantastic week. See you next week.